Hello everyone, in this video we are just going to implement external interrupt in ESP8266 using Micropython programming language or programming scripts. Let's get started. So I'm just opening the Tony IDE which we have been using a while for developing our Python scripts for NodeMCU. And in this particular IDE you can see this is the previous program that we wrote in the lecture of interfacing push buttons with our NodeMCU using Python scripts, and we are just going to moderate this particular program for implementing external interrupt also. So let me just explain in short about this program. You can see we have imported the machine. Here we have configured pin 2 as LED, since we have an onboard LED connected to GPIO2 on our NodeMCU, and GPIO0 has been configured as input and it is assigned to the variable button. And inside the infinite loop, that is while of 1 or true, we are just checking for the button state. If the button is pressed or if the GPIO0 is having the low signal, since the button is configured in pull-up logic, whenever the button is pressed we will be having low signal pass it to the GPIO0. So we are checking whether the button is pressed or if the GPIO0 is 0 or low here, and if it is low we are just turning on the onboard LED which is connected to GPIO2 of ESP8266, and if it is released we are just turning off the LED. Since the cathode of the LED is connected to GPIO2, we just want to make the particular GPIO2 low for turning on the LED and high for turning off the LED. So this is the short explanation for this particular program. I will just upload this particular script to my NodeMCU. You can see my NodeMCU has been connected to my PC through micro USB cable already. I am just uploading this particular program. You can see the programming has been done and the soft reset has been performed. And in my NodeMCU you can clearly see I am just having the flash boot button right over here, and my LED is right over here, and whenever I press and hold the flash boot button the LED is turned on, it is connected to GPIO2, and whenever I release the push button the LED is turned off. On, off, on, off, on, off. That's it. So this is the programming logic that we built in the previous video, and in this particular program I am just going to alter this particular program a bit. That is, I am just going to define a function for all these process that is done right over here inside the while of true. So I am just defining a function above the while true, and let me just name it as button function with no parameters. Inside the button function what I will do is I will just paste everything that we have written inside the while of true inside the button function, and inside the while loop I will just call this function, that is button function. So repeatedly this particular function will be called inside the infinite loop. So the same operation or the same logic will be performed in the program script. So let me just run this. Sorry, I just forgot this particular colon right over here for the function. And let me just upload this particular script to my NodeMCU by clicking on this particular button or icon right over here, or F5 in my keyboard. So you can see the script has been loaded and it is running successfully, and the software reset has been performed. And coming to our NodeMCU, let me just test the program. Whenever I press the button the LED is turned on, and when I release it, it is off. On, off, on, off, on, off. That's it. So the programming logic is same, but this time we have introduced a function called button function. So this method of performing or checking continuously whether the button is pressed, and we are turning on the LED, and if it is not pressed, we are turning off the LED. This whole process is named as polling method. So this polling method is nothing but the nominal or normal method in which we will be continuously monitoring the button state, if it is pressed or not, like what we are doing right over here. But there is another method called interrupt method. So whenever we are using an interrupt method, we have a small or major advantage in interrupt method, that is nothing but we don't want to monitor the button state continuously, like what we are doing right over here. You can clearly see in polling method we are just continuously monitoring the button state, whether it is pressed or not, whether it is 0 or 1. But in interrupt method we don't want to perform the continuous monitoring. Instead, what we can do is, if you configure a particular pin as external interrupt, the interrupt event will be triggered automatically whenever a rising or falling edge is at that particular pin. So that's it. So we don't want to monitor continuously whether the button is pressed or not by holding the program on to the same logic again and again. Instead, you can leave the logic without anything like this, and you can set up the same pin for external interrupt, that is the same GPIO 0 for external interrupt, so that whenever a falling edge or rising edge is detected in that particular pin 0, the external interrupt event will be triggered, and a function called interrupt subroutine function or interrupt service routine function will be executed once whenever the interrupt event is happening. So instead of this normal function, we are just going to use this function as interrupt function. And before that, we just want to configure this particular pin right over here, that is GPIO 0 as external interrupt pin. So for configuring that, what you can do is, you just want to use the same variable button and you can give IRQ. IRQ is nothing but interrupt service routine or interrupt subroutine, and inside that you can write like trigger is equal to, again using the machine library, this pin I want the interrupt to happen at falling edge, so I have given as IRQ underscore falling. Since we already found out from the schematic of this node MCU, the button which is already available in the node MCU is configured in pull up logic. That is, whenever the button is pressed, we will be having low signal in the digital input pin, and whenever it is released, we will be having high signal in the digital input pin. So we found out using the schematic layout of node MCU in the previous video. So here you can see the button variable is called with IRQ, that is interrupt configuration has been done with this IRQ, and it must be triggered whenever there is an falling edge detected in that button variable, that is in the GPIO 0. And the handler, you just want to provide it in the second parameter right over here. So handler is nothing but interrupt subroutine function or interrupt service routine function, which needs to be executed once whenever an interrupt event is occurred in the GPIO pin. So you can name it whatever you want. Let me just name it the same way as right over here, that is button underscore function, and I am closing this. That's it. That's all about the configuration that you want to do, and here you just want to provide the parameters pin, and this logic is not required anymore, because every time when a falling edge is detected in the GPIO 0, that is to which the button is connected in the node MCU, this function will be called or executed once. So inside that, what I will do is, I will just toggle the state of the LED right over here. So not of LED value. So LED value is not of LED value. Whenever it was high before, it will become low, and before executing this line, if the LED state was low, it will become high. So that is what the operation of NOT. We very well know that if it is high, it will become low. It is low, it will become high. So toggling of LED happens here. That is GPIO2. So we have configured the GPIO0 pin as interrupt pin, that is external interrupt pin. Instead of polling method right over here, we have commented this function called right over here inside the while of true. So this loop will be running infinitely until the microcontroller is stopped. But whenever I press the button, a falling edge will be detected in the GPIO0, and that falling edge will be triggering an event to the processor, that is external interrupt event to the processor, and this particular IRQ handler or interrupt subroutine function will be executed once. So whenever a falling edge is detected, the LED pin will be toggling its state. So if it was low, it will become high. If it was high, it will become low. So LED will be toggling its state whenever I press the button once, which is connected to 0 using external interrupt event. And since this is an empty loop, I don't want this particular loop to be here anymore, because I don't want this to be running in my Node MCU. So I have deleted that. I am saving this script and I am going to upload this program or script to my Node MCU. I want the script to be running inside my Node MCU, so I am just clicking on this particular icon or F5 in my keyboard. You can see the program has been uploaded and my soft reset has been performed. Coming to the Node MCU board, you can see, as we discussed, this is the flash push button and this one is the LED. So I am just going to press this flash push button once. The LED is turned on. First interrupt event, second interrupt event, it must turn off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. So this is the output that we got in the hardware, and we successfully implemented external interrupt using Python script on our Node MCU using Tony IDE. I hope you learned something new in this video. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.